Today is day 146, and we're doing the Wildcats. I guess they're just called the Cats in the White Mountains. So what we have coming up next is a 0.9 mile drop all the way down to that hut. Right down there. So pretty much straight down 1,200 feet, which really hurts the knees. And then immediately after, right back up that mountain, which is another 1,800 feet straight up. And that's a 2-mile hike. So
Whoa.
in 3 miles, we're going down 1,200 and then back up 1,800 to there. But at the hut, we get free soup.
Hey guys, we have a beautiful, beautiful sunset here in northern New Hampshire. I love these days. Day 147, and we've made it to 1900. You know, you can tell it's 1900 by the way the ground looks. Anyways, so today we're hiking 17 miles to Dream Pond. We went to Rattle River and hung out there for a while, got some pizza. That was fun. Wasn't it? We're here with Flip.
A lot of fun.
So much fun.
Yay. All right, that's all for today. We haven't even hit Maine yet. We're about a couple, maybe like 2/10 of a mile from Maine. And it is so hard today. Today is difficult. I wish I could hide my unhappiness with it, but I can't. Kind of worn out physically and mentally. Jonathan almost fell. And, you know, I can't hide it because I am worn out physically and mentally. I have fallen so many times. It's so frustrating. But last leg of the journey starts today. Where are we at?
Well, I'm in Maine, So you're in New Hampshire.
I'm in New Hampshire. You're in Maine.
Hey,
We have made it to the state line of Maine.
we've officially walked from Georgia to Maine. Oh, look, Springer Mountain. 1,900. What? How'd you get behind us?
I stopped at the shelter.
Oh, okay. We're in the middle
Flippers in Maine.
Not yet. About to be. He's still in New Hampshire.
Jonathan's the only one in Maine.
I'm the only one so far who's officially walked from Georgia.
Yay!
Nice.
We made it.
We walked from Georgia to Maine.
Woo.
282 miles to Katahdin.
Yay. Today is day 148, and we are in Maine right now. Woo!
Check it out.
Look at Maine, it's gorgeous. It's also hard.
Yeah.
But we're feeling good. We're about to go into
Mahoosic Notch.
Mahoosic Notch, which is marked as the toughest mile in the AT
/funnest.
/funnest.
It actually says that in our AWOL book. It says hardest or funnest mile.
Great. So we're keeping our spirits up. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be excited. It's a jungle gym for hikers. So we woke up to a puddle in our tent, and it's still raining. So we're trying our best to fix that, I guess. Stay positive, right? And the rain's not stopping anytime soon.
No.
Jonathan's got a puddle over here. Good morning. It is day 150. Woo! We did not do a video yesterday, so I'll do it now. Yesterday was day 149, and we were originally going to do 16 miles. But then we felt really good. And Southern Maine, yes, it's hard, but there are some easy parts. So we were able to actually get 22 done. And now we are doing 4 miles this morning to South Arm Road to go to the Human Nature Hostel and take a nice long Nero. Woke up at 5 o'clock so we could get there nice and early and just enjoy the rest of our day. So, what are you excited about, Jonathan?
Shower.
Sheriff? Sorry, go on.
Shower, laundry, chill, nap, eat, pancakes, watch a movie,
Yes.
chill. The hostel has 43 acres of land, so I'm excited just to kind of chill out and enjoy that.
Yeah, same. All right, well,
It's gonna be a really cool hostel, so stay tuned.
stay tuned. Bye. Hey, what's up?
So we are officially done with the whites, and we just wanted to take a couple minutes to go over them, because if you're planning on through hiking, there are helpful things to know about hiking through the whites. So first of all, the whites. I didn't know anything about the White Mountain National Forest before coming on the trail. The whites are huge. They are the hardest, steepest climbs that you'll do on the entire trail. They're the biggest mountains. You break tree line multiple times, but they're also the most rewarding climbs I think we've had the entire time. Best views, my favorite part by far.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
I'd say most rewarding is a good way to describe them, because you are doing some pretty intense climbs. And so when you get to the top, it's really nice that you have an awesome view. We were able to talk to a caretaker of one of the campsites, Nick, at the Ethan Pond campsite. And so we just got to know him, and we got to know about the AMC, and we got to know about the whole program they have. So the AMC, they're the Appalachian Mountain Club, and they're the oldest conservancy group, and they started in the 1860s. Their main goal is to educate hikers, let it be day hikers, through hikers, section hikers, groups, anyone that comes to the whites, educate them on conserving the land. He also does maintenance on the trails, and he, in the campsites, they also compost the privies and take care of the human waste in the privies too. So that's pretty cool.
Things in the whites are a little bit different. It's $10 to camp at a regular shelter campsite. If you are a through hiker, the caretaker will come by and they'll write you a pass. The first time you go to a campsite, it's $10. Every time after that, it'll be $5.
This is what the pass looks like for through hikers.
Yep. And then they put your name and stuff on the back. So what this pass does, every campsite afterwards, you'll only have to pay $5. Hikers kind of think they cost money just so that the caretakers can make money, and that's actually not true. There are over 20,000 hikers that come through those campsites every year. Through hikers are not the majority anymore in the whites. It's a lot of tourists, a lot of locals. It's a big attraction place, so tons of people are coming through every year. The mulch that they buy to compost all the waste, it's just really expensive.
And it has to be flown in too by helicopter.
And they have thousands of pounds of it every season. So that's what the cost is going to.
Before I got to the whites, and even before that, I started hearing things from solo hikers and people on gut hugs about the AMC, and people are just not happy with the AMC. So there was a lot of problems with the caretakers at the campsites, because they tell you where to pee, they tell you where to use number 2, they tell you where to tent, they tell you where to eat.
That's especially hard for hikers, because we've been out here for 4 months, doing our thing, and all of a sudden we're being told what to do. And so, it makes sense, especially once you talk to them. It makes a lot of sense with how many people are going through that section. But for people who don't really take the time to understand, it just kind of rubs them the wrong way.
So the caretakers, the main thing is that they're trying to conserve the lands. And so when you have a thru hiker who just wants to do their own thing and a caretaker who has very strict rules, there is some butting heads. And I understand that, but take some time maybe to talk to a caretaker and understand where they're coming from. That's what we did, and it kind of helped.
Yeah, it helped. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it.
And then finally, there are huts in the Whites. And
Huts are awesome.
huts are really cool, but they're crazy expensive, and you have to reserve a spot beforehand. So we never did that. It's like $135 a bunk.
Yeah.
So per person, and you're in a bunk.
Yeah, and so what the huts are, their main purpose is hospitality and showing the guests a good time. And it's like an actual building. They still have semi-primitive, they don't have flushing toilets. And there's bunks and like plastic mattresses, but it's awesome for a thru hiker.
Yeah, so with the passes that you saw, the orange passes, that will give us like one free baked good or one free bowl of soup at a hut. So we got to use that. So for hikers, because of how expensive it is, a lot of hikers go ask for work for stay. So sometimes you might get that. It's really limited. So if you get there early, if you get there before 4 o'clock, they won't take you for work for stay. If you want to do work for stay, you have to get there after 4.
Because they'll just move you on to the next spot. They don't want people to go hut to hut.
Yeah, but it's also limited, so you kind of just have to time it right and get lucky. For thru hikers, the only hut that you'll really be able to stay at, like count on, is Lake of the Clouds hut, and the reason for that is they don't send hikers away because they're above tree line in a 12-mile like exposed section. So
right
if they send
Mount Washington.
Yeah, Mount Washington, which is the highest point in the Whites. So if they send a hiker away, they have the potential of having to like go rescue them. They also let hikers sleep on the floor in the dining room.
Yeah.
So that's what we all did.
Yeah. And you can start putting your stuff down at like 9:30, I think it was, and then you have to be up before they get ready for
breakfast.
It's fun. If you ever get a chance to hike through the Whites, I recommend, if you're doing a thru hike, trying to get work for stay or staying at Lake of the Clouds. It is a fun ordeal and it's fun to watch. It's different from what we've experienced.
So, one, best part of the AT, our opinion. 2, you gotta pay for campsites, but I think it's worth it because of how they take care of that section. They really do a good job at taking care of it. 3, the huts are really cool. They're expensive. You could work for stay. And just treat the caretakers nicely.
Yeah, try to understand where they're coming from. Yeah.
Be a good sport. And enjoy the Whites.
Yeah, enjoy the Whites. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Also, something I don't think we mentioned, you want to slow your pace down too, so you can see this amazing part of the trail.
Yeah.
So definitely slow down. We did like 11s and 13s.
10 to
and
15 probably.
15s. Yeah, so enjoy it. But yeah, that's it.
Bye.
See ya.